Good morning, cadets. Okay, we have already started the magnetic effects of electric current. I think we have studied the magnetic field due to a current carrying conductor, and then we have studied the magnetic field due to current carrying coil, and then later we studied the magnetic field due to solenoid, magnetic field due to a current carrying solenoid. The magnetic field lines, they just resemble the field lines of a bar magnet. So magnetic field due to solenoid also we have studied, and what are the applications of solenoid we have studied. Okay, now today we will study one more interesting activity, that is force on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. A current carrying conductor, when placed in a magnetic field, when placed in a perpendicular magnetic field, it experiences a force and suddenly it gets deflected. This becomes the principle for working of motor and generator. What is that? Let us see. How is it determined? Suppose this is a conductor. You can say this is AB. AB is an aluminum rod or aluminum thin wire. Aluminum, you can take aluminum strip, you can take aluminum strip or aluminum thick wire, right? This AB is connected with the two wires. One wire is taken and with the help of a stand. So this stand is having a support here, right? And this insulated copper wire is connected over here and is further connected to a key. The other end of the key is connected to the battery. And end A is connected with one more piece of wire, insulated copper wire, right? And it is connected here, and then it goes to the negative terminal of the battery. And here you will find a horseshoe magnet, wherein you will find north pole at the bottom, south pole at the top, so that there is a magnetic field from north to south. Magnetic field lines are always acting from north to south. Now, when we close the key, then the current starts flowing through this conducting wire, aluminum wire, right? Then aluminum wire behaves like a current carrying conductor. Now let us see once again. This is the support, right? And AB is a aluminum strip of wire, aluminum thick wire. To this aluminum thick wire, two wires are connected, copper wires, insulated copper wire connected, one to the positive terminal through the key, another one is connected to negative terminal, right? So what happens? This strip is taken in the magnetic field formed by horseshoe magnet. You can just extend this horseshoe magnet, right? So that you will understand properly. Right? This is the magnetic field. So magnetic field lines are acting from north to south. In this way, north to south. Now when you close the key, the current starts flowing from the positive terminal. You can see here. It flows through this wire, and you see the current starts flowing from B to A, from end B to A, and then it moves like this. This is how the circuit completes. The circuit is completed. Suddenly you will find the wire AB getting deflected in this direction. The wire AB is getting deflected in this direction. Means the current carrying wire AB now is under magnetic field. So when such current carrying aluminum wire is under mutual perpendicular magnetic field, it experiences a mechanical force. It experiences a kick. As a result, you will find sudden deflection of this aluminum rod, aluminum strip in this rod direction. How do you say that it gets deflected in this direction? To understand that, we need to follow a rule. It is called as Fleming's left hand rule. Fleming's left hand rule. That means left hand rule is to find out the direction of, it is to find out the direction of force acting on a current carrying conductor, placed in the magnetic field. Placed in magnetic field. So three things are there. One is current, second one is magnetic field, the third one is deflection of the conductor due to force. Deflection of the conductor due to force experienced by the conductor. It means what I would like to say here is a current carrying conductor when placed in a magnetic field experiences a force. This is what we are concluding. So a current carrying conductor placed in a perpendicular magnetic field. It means when a current carrying conductor is placed in a perpendicular magnetic field, it experiences sideway force. You can see it experiences sideway force. As a result, it undergoes deflection or kick. So to find out what is the direction of this force, we make use of Fleming's left hand rule. FLH rule. What is this FLH rule? Let us see. You have to stretch your left hand, first three fingers mutually perpendicular to each other. First three fingers of the left hand should be stretched mutually perpendicular to each other. This is called the forefinger. This is called forefinger. F-O-R-E, forefinger. And you know this is a central finger, and this is the thumb. Forefinger, central finger, thumb. See here. Forefinger is to represent the direction of field, the direction of magnetic field. You see here. It is from N to S. Forefinger. The current is to the central finger is to show the direction of current. The central finger is to show the direction of current. Central, C for current, forefinger for field. Then the thumb represents the direction of deflection. You can see here. So this represents the direction of deflection. So if I just show you, this is the forefinger and this is the central finger, and remaining two central finger, these remaining two will be just shown like this, right? Then the thumb, see, the thumb represents the direction of force. Thumb will not be so large. Okay, this shows the direction of force. This is central finger, this is forefinger, this is thumb. Forefinger, this is central finger. So the central finger to show current. mutually perpendicular to each other. Central finger shows the direction of current, the thumb shows the direction of mechanical force, and the forefinger shows the direction of field. So I can show here, if this is the direction of field, magnetic field, I will write F-I-E-L-D, magnetic field. Direction of current is shown by central finger. This is current. Then this direction is the direction of mechanical force. Mechanical force experienced by the conductor. So I think you can very easily remember. Forefinger for field, central finger for current, C for current, forefinger, F for field, thumb, remember M, thumb, M for mechanical force. So Fleming's left hand rule just helps us to find the direction of the force experienced by a current carrying conductor. See, you can see here, if this is the direction of, see here, if this is the direction of field, and if this is the direction of current in this direction, then the thumb will be sideway. Thumb will be sideway, right? The thumb goes in this direction. Thumb goes in this direction. Sideway. If you reverse the direction of current, what happens? Suppose I change the polarity of the battery. This I am connecting it to negative terminal, and this one I am connecting it to positive terminal. If the polarity is changed, then what happens? The current starts flowing in the reverse direction. Current reverses its direction. When the current reverses its direction, it starts flowing from A to B. When the current flows in the direction A to B, magnetic field is in the same direction from N to S. Magnetic field is in the same direction, and you see the current is now reversed. The current is from A to B, and see the direction of thumb. The thumb will be now this side. It will be exactly in the opposite sense. Right? That is happening when the direction is reversed. So again, you can make use of the first three fingers of your left hand. Stretch your forefinger along the direction of field. Central finger along the direction of current. The thumb gives you direction of mechanical force. When you change the polarity, you see this again shows the direction of force, and you see the central finger showing the direction of current, and the thumb is now sideway in this direction. So that shows the direction of mechanical force experienced by the current carrying conductor. So this is appearing to be very simple, but this becomes the principle that current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field experiences a force. This becomes the principle of the working of motor, working of generator, working of microphone, working of loudspeakers. So it finds a lot of application. Although it appears to be very simple activity and simple principle that current carrying conductor experiences a current carrying conductor placed in the magnetic field experiences a sideway force. It experiences a force and gets deflected. So this concept has a lot of applications like working of motor, principle of motor, principle of generator, then that of loudspeaker and microphone. Okay. Now next we are going to learn about motor. Now if we change the direction of magnetic field, suppose I am taking north pole here and south pole here, so that magnetic field is now perpendicular to the current carrying conductor, but it is now reversed. In that case, what happens? The forefinger will be down. The forefinger will be down, and you see the same central finger. Central finger will be along the direction of the current in the current carrying conductor, along the direction of current in the current carrying conductor, and you see the thumb will be now in the reverse direction. So if this is the field, and if this is representing current, central finger, then This gives you direction of thumb, you see. This is field current and this is the thumb. The thumb gives you direction of motion. Direction of motion of the current carrying conductor. Direction of motion of the current carrying conductor. Or you can say direction of force of current carrying conductor. That's how Fleming's left hand rule. Fleming's left hand rule becomes the guiding principle. The guiding principle to determine the direction of force or the direction of motion of a current carrying conductor. So now we are going to learn where this principle is being applied. So this principle is being applied in the working of motor, generator, then microphone, then loudspeakers, etc. These are the applications, appliances where the principle of motion of current carrying conductor in a magnetic field is seen. That is, Fleming's left hand rule is being applied. Now we are going to start learning about motor. What is a motor? You all know about the application of motor. Whenever there is no water on the overhead tank, immediately you will be searching for the electricity supply. If the electric supply is there, then you will go and switch on the button of the pump. The pump is nothing but motor, which pumps the water in the ground level, water at the lower level, and pumps it to your overhead tank. So immediately we require a pump or motor. In the fields also you are using this motor or pump for lifting the water and supplying the water for the fields, right? And where all you find the applications of motor? In the fan. The moment you switch on the fan starts rotating. The blades of the fan, when they rotate, then we get the cool breeze. How does the fan rotate? There is a motor inside. The moment there is a supply of electricity through the wire into the coil of that motor, the motor starts rotating. When the motor starts rotating, the blades of that fan rotates. When the blades of the fan rotate, then we get the cool breeze. Similarly, working principle of washing machine. Washing machine, fans, and then in your kitchen, mixer grinder. Mixer grinder. In all these you find the application of motor. Then what is the motor? Motor is an electrical device. Motor is an electric device which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. An electrical device which converts electricity or electrical energy into mechanical energy. Mechanical energy. Electrical energy is supplied through the supply of electric current. What is mechanical energy? Mechanical energy is the sum of that potential energy and kinetic energy of rotating blades of the fan in case of fan. In case of washing machine, the moment you switch on the washing machine, there is a drum inside. The drum starts rotating. With the supply of water interior, the drum starts rotating. The drum is connected to a motor. Okay? So the rotational motion of the drum is kinetic energy. So that itself we call it as, in general, mechanical energy. So an electric device which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy is called as electric motor. We call it as electric motor. What is the principle on which electric motor functions? Electric motor. What is the main principle on which electric motor functions? The main principle is a current carrying conductor or current carrying coil placed in a magnetic field experiences a mechanical force, as a result of which the current carrying coil starts rotating in the magnetic field, and thus that becomes the principle of electric motor. I think you got the point. What is electric motor? Electric motor is an electric device which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. What is the principle of electric motor? Principle of electric motor. The current carrying coil is essentially a rectangular coil. Rectangular current carrying coil placed in perpendicular magnetic field experiences a force, sideway force, as I said, using this Fleming's left hand rule, experiences a sideway force. As a result, it starts rotating, due to which it is set into rotational motion. So this is the principle of electric motor. Okay. In the next word, we'll study the structure and the parts of the electric motor and how does it function. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.